Pastor Steve here. Another soundbite from the Word. By the way, read the book. Read the book for yourself, okay? But John 1 again. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. Note that He was God. He was in the beginning with God. That's in Isaiah 9:6. It tells us that unto us a child is born, but unto us a son is given. The government will be upon his shoulders. We believe, as the Nicene Creed says, that Jesus Christ, the only begotten Son of God, of his Father before all worlds, God of God, light of lights, very God of very God, begotten, not made, being of one substance with the Father. So although Jesus was a fully human person, he also was and is fully God. When we speak of the deity of Christ, we're not watering it down. We can't water it down to think, well, he was a supernatural being, or he was a God, or some kind of divine being, or most godlike. He was and is God. But he was made known in the flesh. That is why he alone was able to redeem us. That is why he is able to, and alone able to receive our worship and our obedience. In the Old Testament, remember in Isaiah 7:14, Isaiah said, there the Lord himself will give you a sign. The virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and you will call his name Emmanuel, God with us. We know that Jesus was divine, and sometimes I think we forget that he was fully human as well. He basically possessed two natures. Down in verse 14 of John 1, the Word became flesh and lived among us, full of grace and truth. Now, he wasn't a demigod or a half God, half man, but truly all human and yet all God. That is the only way our salvation could be accomplished. Some say, well, Jesus never claimed to be God. Well, yeah, he did. In John 10:30, I and the Father are one. And you need to only look at the reaction of the Jews in that passage, the Pharisees there. They tried to stone him. They said, you, a mere man, claim to be God? That's in verse 33 of chapter 10. The Jews understood exactly what he was claiming, deity. When Jesus declared, I and the Father are one, he was saying, we are of one nature, we are of one essence. Another example, Jesus said, I tell you the truth, before Abraham was, I am. It's a reference back to Exodus 3, when God revealed himself as the I Am. The Jews who heard this statement responded again by taking up stones to kill him for blasphemy, as the Mosaic law commanded in Leviticus 24. Colossians 2:9 tells me, in him dwells all the fullness of the Godhead in bodily form. What a great truth. The most important reason that Jesus must be God is that if he's not God, his death would not have been sufficient to pay the penalty for the sins of the world, 1 John 2:2. A created being, which Jesus would be if he were not God, could not pay the infinite penalty required for sin against an infinite God. Only God could pay that penalty. Only God could take on the sins of the world, die, and be resurrected, proving his victory over sin and death. Joan Osborne wrote it, and I think Alanis Morissette sang it as well. What if God was one of us? Well, dear searching souls, he became just that. He literally was a stranger, not on a bus. He came to his own, and his own received him not. But oh, what a journey he was on. A journey that could result in you and I being placed in the very family of God, joint heirs with a very living Word. You ponder that, Pastor Steve.